Testing voice now. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm pretty sure it should be working now. I can't verify it. I need to check my phone. It should be working now. Okay, seems working. All right, so yeah, seems working now. So what we're building right now is basically QueryGPT.love. Yesterday I was checking some AI agents examples and I saw a pretty similar thing, which was actually for MySQL, and I was thinking maybe I can build the same thing for the Postgres. I'm pretty sure it's most commonly used databases right now. And yeah, actually we can do we can query Postgres with MCPs right now, but it's not that useful in terms of like if you don't have like, let's say, Claude, or yeah, sometimes it's a bit clunky, installation is a bit hard, and maybe you just want to kind of connect database right away to some kind of the dashboard and type into the, like in English, like what you want to do with your data into the like from the database. And yeah, basically the whole idea is to kind of the test, like how far can I go with that. I was thinking actually using Mastra, which is pretty amazing framework for AI agents. I've used it in the past. I've built a couple of agents here and there. Like one was that actually just single agent that was connected to Trello board. It was acting as a kind of the senior product manager. And as a user, you could kind of provide like what you wanted to build. It was generating all the tasks and storing it into the Trello board. It was pretty good example. I also seen the capabilities of the framework. The second one I've built was like multi-agent system. It was basically just for demonstration purposes. It doesn't have like real world value, but the whole idea was to you probably know dropshippers. They are basically taking the links from the Amazon. They are registered as affiliate, associate, something like they are basically, what they're doing is they are copying the links from the Amazon of the products, they're selling it, and they're getting the commission like 3, 5, 7%, something like that. So the whole idea is you're giving to the main agent the Amazon link. It was like first agent was going to the Amazon website, it was scraping the data, and once the data was scraped, it was passing to the second agent. Second agent was content writer agent. It was basically writing the kind of the content for the product. Like for example, there was a water bottle and it was writing like this bottle is great for outdoor activities, etc., etc. And the third one was basically was generating the website, like very simple HTML, CSS, like it was generating the index HTML. And the fourth one was basically doing the quality assurance, like checking what was the output, like final output, and it was working pretty well. So yeah, I'm actually thinking right now what to use for this example. Maybe I'm gonna actually start with a with drawing like what I need to do. That's always easier. So first of all, we need to kind of decide what should be the interface, like either kind of the chat interface. I'm pretty sure it should be something like that. It should be like a chat interface like this. That's way too big. And we should have button here probably. Yeah, I'm not going to label them. We should be able to see the content here, I guess. Like the whole prototype idea should be like let's say I have some kind of the table, and I should be able to do literally any SQL queries with the raw English. Maybe for the testing and for the easy stuff, like we can start with the select, count, etc. And then we can try, like we can go from there. Yeah, I think in ideal case scenario we should have like not history on the right side, I would say databases like DB1, DB2, etc. Yeah, because you probably don't care about the history. You just care about like different databases. So the second one is this one, what it's called. Yeah, Vercel's AI SDK, but I'm not really sure if I can use it. So let's first of all check the cookbook. They support MCPs. Seems like it. So what it does. The AI SDK supports Model Context Protocol tool by offering a lightweight client that exposes a tool method for retrieving tools from MCP server. After use, the client should always be closed to release resources. Let's create a root handler for API completion that will generate a text based on the input prompt and MCP tool that can be called at any time during a generation. The root will be called stream text function from the AI module, which will then generate text based on the input prompt and stream it into the client. So what it is, it's a post handler. It takes the prompt. They have Studio MCP transport. It takes the, okay, so initializing the MCP client to connect to stdio. All right. Okay. So basically this one creates the MCP connection. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think Mastra is like really great choice for this one because I have kind of the vision how I'm gonna build it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is Okay, what I'm gonna do is like basically initialize the new Mastra directory, which I'm gonna call QueryGPT.love. We can call it backend. Yeah, I'm just posting on the X into building public channel now. All right, yeah, I did it. So yeah, let's go with source. We don't want workflows for now, for sure. We just need agents. Yeah, we need tools. We will go with OpenAI. Yeah, I'm gonna add it later on. Yeah, let's add example. Let's add MCP to cursor so we can have master documentation support right away there. So let's go to QueryGPT.love.backend. Yeah, let's open it. And yeah, we have the Mastra here. Yeah, you see, this one is what is really cool, that actually Mastra gives you by default the MCP that cursor can automatically connect if you enable it, and you have Mastra documentation right away inside of your cursor editor. So this one is pretty cool. Okay, to kind of to give you understanding like what's going on here, it's basically you're initializing the whole Mastra here, like the whole framework. You define here agents. You define here the logger. Nothing interesting is going on here. What is interesting is agents part. You define it here, the new agent. For example, this one is the default one, the weather agent. So you are giving the instruction to this weather agent. You are defining the model, which LLM model it should use. And you are also giving the tools. So basically, without the tools, it just LLM, like it just pre-configured LLM that can respond with some stuff, but it's not that useful. But once you provide tools, this one actually, if you go to tools, like first of all, let's check the weather tool. It's here. So use the weather tool to fetch current weather data. So it gives LLM information from outside of the pre-trained data. So you can get basically current weather in your city, and LLM can respond with that one, which is pretty cool. So that's what makes AI agents, and this is kind of the one of the parts, but it's crucial. And if we go to tools, we can see that we have some interfaces. and here we are defining a tool. So basically it needs the ID. This one of course should be unique. We need the description here. We need the input schema, basically like what this tool expects from LLM. In this case it expects city name as a string, and the output schema will be like temperature, feels like, humidity, etc., etc. And the execution part is like where the whole business logic goes. So in this case we say that in a synchronous way call the getWeather function, and we can see from the getWeather function that it uses geocoding API something. It passes location, it does fetch, it checks for some results and errors, and yeah, returns it. And then we have getWeather condition. Basically it's kind of the mapper, so if it returns if it returns 0, 1, etc., etc., it's gonna map to the words. To give you, first of all, let me quickly grab OpenAI API key. By the way, OpenAI has some promotion now. They gave me 2 million free tokens per day or something like that, which is more than enough for testing. All right, I'm gonna move my editor to another screen so I can paste the API key here. All right, I did it. So what we can do now is we can do npm run dev, and this is why I love Mastra. It gives you the playground. First of all, it gives you the playground. It gives you an open API documentation already built, and yeah, it's pretty easy to test everything with it. And yeah, this is how playground looks like. So this one is like a default thing. What we have, it's the weather agent. We can click it. We can see what's instruction for this agent. This one is like same what we have here. This one. This one actually comes with the enhance. So basically you are reprompting your prompt to enhance it, which is pretty cool. It gives you endpoints as well, so you can use your agent as a REST API, like pass some data, get some data from there, as well as you can stream some data there. So it's really amazing. I've tried like various different stuff. Like the biggest one I've tried was QueryAI, which is like written in Python. I'm not a Python fan, but anyways, like I've tested, it's amazing. Like it's amazing, but it's still missing some parts, like especially from the documentation perspective. Like they don't have the great documentation, and Mastra has, and the team is amazing. Like I've joined their Discord. They're super helpful, and yeah, I really loved it. So let's give it a try. First of all, it gives you the kind of the default prompts what you can pass there. First one is like, what capabilities do you have? Let's give it a try. Okay. So it tells you like what agent can do, and let's check what's the weather in Tbilisi, Georgia. you can see, okay, this is new. I've not seen this one. It's pretty cool. So it shows you like when the tool is used, and it shows the current temperature here. And this is actually real. It's checking like real temperature from the API and is returning that one. But the thing is that by default it don't have the memory. So if I ask what was my previous question, yeah, it like can access to memory. You need to configure the memory because yeah, they assume that the memory is not the thing that you would need by default, which makes sense, I would say. All right, so we have here networks. We have tools. In the tools, we can see the weather tool. This one is amazing actually, because if you build if you're building an agent and you have built some tools and you don't care about like spending credits for testing the for testing the some tool, like if the tool is working or not, you can just use this section tools. This one is basically just allows you to test the tool, and you are not consuming any LM credits, in this case OpenAPI credits. Yeah, you can see. Or yeah, it's working. But if you pass something like unknown city, it's gonna return not found. This one is for workflows. So yeah, we should start from here. First of all, I guess we need to run the database locally. So for that one, I'm gonna use Docker Compose. I had this configuration here, which I'm gonna just copy and paste. Yeah. And I'm gonna just let me actually kill all the services. Okay, I need to run Docker. It's up and running, so we need TCO -d. Okay, we have it. Let me actually use this one. Yeah, we have Docker here running with the Postgres, and username is Postgres and QueryGPT. All right, so I've created this new project. I'm gonna connect. So DB name is QueryGPT. I'm gonna use this one. I think I've applied some test data here, but let's try. Yeah, I've got some test data here. Yeah, yesterday I was testing with the Claude Postgres MCP. I wanted to try like what was its limitation. It's pretty good actually for the basic stuff. It's pretty good. Okay, so what we can do now is go back here and we should start defining our tool. So ideally what we should do is like go to Postgres MCP, this one, and check like what they are doing. Okay, you see, so they are defining the database here and the protocol with the password, and then creating the new PG pool with the connection string. Then what's going on? We have pool connection, select table from. Okay, they tried to figure out like what's the whole, like what are the tables. Actually, what we should try is like, instead of reinventing the wheel, ideally it would be to, if Mastra supports MCP. Oh, okay. But we have Mastra here, so let's check. How can I use MCP? Then the tool in Mastra. Okay, something weird is happening. This one is also not responding. Okay, let's try if they have MCP, Mastra MCP. Ideally we should go to GitHub and try it from here, MCP. I think it's this one. Examples MCP configuration. New MCP configuration. New agent tool. Await MCP get tools. I see. What about the tools? yeah, anyways, I think it's a good start to give it a try. So this agent is the senior database engineer. Let's say that I can use some of the words here. You are helpful. Senior database engineer. You are responsible for managing a database and providing accurate. Okay, you are responsible for running the queries. You're responsible for running the queries on the database and providing results to the user. Yeah, looks good. Your primary function is to help users to get data from that database. When responding, always ask for a location if none is provided. Okay, we can say here, always ask for yeah, the table name. No, I don't think, but maybe it's good. Like, most probably the database owner knows exactly like what are table names, so always ask for the table names if none is provided. Otherwise use the provided. No, otherwise try to guess the table name based on the user's request. I think that's more than enough for testing. And yeah, here in the example we had MCP configuration. This one we need to move it here. Master MCP. Can't find the module. Okay, let's install this one. Cool. Okay, so we don't need tools. What we need is start SSE server. In real life it would already be running, but want to show you. Yeah, yep, we don't care about this one. What we need to do is like this part, MCP get tools, and we need to define MCPs here. So MCP configuration. All right, so what I need to do now is go back to Postgres MCP, and we can see it here. MPX. I think MPX is better. Yeah, let's give it a try. We need Postgres here. And the username is Postgres, password is Postgres, it's localhost, it's not QueryGPT, it's QueryGPT, right? Yeah, it knows better than I do. Okay. Yeah, we use the Postgres tool. Postgres tool is correct. Use Postgres tool to fetch data from the database. Yeah, let's give it a try. fingers crossed. We have master playground here. Okay, we have senior database agent here. Okay. This is our database. Let's ask list all the tables from my database. Nice. That's impressive. That's impressive. Okay. List all the users from the users table. That's insane. That's so nice. Okay, what I want to play around with this one is if I can return it the table format. List all the users from the user table in a markdown format. Okay, it's working here, but it's not showing correctly. That's bad. What about the JSON format? I think it should be easier here to render. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, let's take a look. We have ID, username, email, age, created at. So if we go back to the Postgres MPC, we can see that what are the tools? Query, execute, read-only SQL queries against the connected database. Input SQL string, the SQL query to execute. It's a read-only transaction. That's good, actually. Like writing using AI agents would be, yeah, quite hard to do the quality assurance there. All right, so we have kind of the basic thing. Let's give it a try and check weather agent. What's showing the weather agent again? Let me check. Oh, I see. It's a senior database engineer agent. And I think we need to update it here. Yeah, we're good to go. Nope, we are not. Weather agent. What's complaining? I think because I was calling it from here. All right, so we have endpoints here as well. Name weather agent not found. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, like what we can do is like go to the Swagger UI, and what we can try is not agent ID, generate. Try generate agent ID should be this one. And message. Honestly, I've never tried this one, so I'm not really sure like what should be the, what should go here. Let's check. Yeah, let's just give it a try, something like prompt. Core message or UI message. I think we can Try it from here, see what's going on. Hey, stream, it's using the stream and the payload is, okay, we can copy this one and see. So it's like these messages: role user, run ID, this one. Okay, let's just take this, right, messages, and pass it here. Okay, still not working. Maybe run ID is required here, not sure. This one is not. Yeah, strange. What if we try from here? Nope. Okay, let's check. We need Mastra documentation now. So we need docs, agent, workflows, reg, local dev, development environment, agent playground, workflow playground, REST API endpoints. You can leverage Mastra Client SDK to interact with your served REST API routes seamlessly. Here what it is. No, we don't need this one. Server, serverless platform, master client. It's weird actually. So it says invalid prompt message must be an array of core message or UI message. Okay, let's try to find this one in Mastra docs core message. Core message, what it is. Okay, I see core message is coming from Mastra core. Okay, let's try Mastra core, right? Okay, yeah, let's import core message from Mastra core and check. No, yeah, here. And let's check what it is. Core system message, core user message, role, content. Okay, so we have role, content. Okay, why it's complaining then? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's my fault. Extra braces. That's nice. That's nice. And the body is here. Okay. I'm gonna copy this one not to lose. And let's try generate stream instructions, speakers, speak voice. Yeah, by the way, they have this voice integrated into the framework. I've never tried it, but I've seen quite a lot of times. I probably need to give it a try later on. So generate or stream. I think we need stream in this case. So let's try to stream it. Yeah, we need this one, this guy. For user content, hey. Maybe should be content. Give me list of all my tables. Agent ID is missing. Agent ID is this one. Where is it? This one. Yeah. Swagger is not streaming the data. It's just for REST API. Like, I think now what we can do is like use this AI SDK from Vercel to connect the stream, and then we're gonna give it a try. Actually, I'm gonna do like 5-minute break here. Yeah, be back soon. All right, so I'm back. Okay, we had next phase is now actually to build the page. Yeah, I'm not gonna do today authentication, etc. I just want to make sure it's working. And yeah, without authentication, etc. Like very simple MVP. Yeah, let's move. No, not API, not actions, components. Okay, let's leave it here. All right, so what we need is the new page. We can call it chat. Okay, so if you go here, chat, yeah, this is a chat page. So what we need to do now is, yeah, I'm for sure gonna use the agent for this one. And I'm gonna say build chat interface for LLM. It should have main chat section in the middle. After the main chat section, there should be an input field. With a button called execute on the left side. I should have list of databases for testing purposes. Okay, yeah, I forgot to remove this text break. This one. Let's actually hide it. Yeah, better. So on the left side, I should have a list of databases for the testing purposes. For testing purpose, show one database called QueryGPT. Yeah, that's it basically. Let's give it a try. Okay, we need to install the Lucid React. I've customized a bit cursor with the rules, so I tell the cursor to give me just a kind of the text, like what I should install. Otherwise it was like crazy, it was installing some weird packages. Okay, let's see. Not bad. Yeah, I think it's enough for testing. It's very ugly, but it's okay. All right, so what we need to do is now use this AI SDK, this one. And we need to, I think I've used once this one. It's pretty easy to configure. Next, app router. I see. Post messages. Result to date stream. We don't need this one because we already have the backend for this. Wire up the UI. Let's actually check what's the UI. Ah, cool. That's not bad. Test. Test. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right, so what we need to do is we need to now hook up this page with our Mastra API. So Mastra API, what we need is this one, and handle submit. It by default uses API chat root. What about the custom endpoint? Weather tool. Interesting. Actually, we could achieve the same thing with the AI SDK. But yeah, in the future, I want to add some more stuff like quality assurance, etc. But for this test thing, we could use the Vercels SDK. I want to modify the URL actually here. Path server. Okay, let's ask here. So I want to use this endpoint as a chat backend endpoint for AI SDK React. I see. That's cool. What else we have here? Body. We don't need body. We need, or actually we do need body. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's give it a try. I think we don't need it because I think this kind of the AI wrapper of the front end, they are sending the same payload actually to all of the LLMs. Let's give it a try. So let's see. Where is it? It's a local. It was here. Okay. So list all my tables. Nice. Okay, we have it here. You have one table in your database, users. How can I assist with this table? List all the users from the table called users. That's insane. It's working. All right, so I'm gonna modify a bit the front end. So what we need to do is like markdown. I'm gonna tell that update the chat section. So returned data is rendered as markdown. Markdown. By the way, shameless plug. So if you want to use, if you're curious about this service, you can just join the waitlist here. Yeah, like I'm gonna give for free for some users, like to give it a test, like give me feedback, like what it is, like if you liked it or not, etc. Okay, so in the meantime, we need this one. React Markdown. Run. I think it's already doing. Okay, list all the users from users table. Okay, let's list all the users from the users table in markdown format. That's better, but I'm not really sure like why this React Markdown table, why it's not rendering the table. Features. Oh, I see, we need this one. We need this one. Okay, I need to install this plugin. And what I need to do is like in the let's accept this one. We have somewhere React Markdown. Yes. And I need to add this one. And I need to import. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's it. Let's try. List all the users from the users or user table. I'm not really sure. Okay. Now I know exactly that I need to update. Agent, because your primary function is to help users together. Okay. Return result should be always in markdown format unless the user asks for something else. Be think that should be it. We can clean it up later on. Let's say get all the users from the users table. That's better. That's way much better. But I don't like the styling. So first of all, okay, what I need to ask is to refine the UI so it has a default LLM chat interface. Use what I'm using on the page. I think it's purple, gray, pink 500. Okay, what I need to is use pink 500 as an accent color. I don't know, make UI clean and modern. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know. Oh, I think, yeah, it's way better. Now I love it. Okay, let's try something different for testing. Okay, let's say list all the users that are more than 29 years old. You see? Okay, we can now, this is a very good point where we need to update our agent. It seems like this one is not working correctly, so let's refine. Your primary focus is to help users to get data from the database. When responding, always ask for the table names if none is provided. Okay, let's try the other way around. Try to guess the table name based on the user's request. Guess the table name based on the user's request. If you can't guess the table name, only then yeah. Okay, try to guess the table name based on the user's request. If you can't guess the table name, only then ask for the table name. Only then ask the table name. Okay. That's enough. Let's try again. the backend should be restarted. Better. This is way better. Let's just validate now. More than 29 years old. We have only Edward and Bob. We got Edward and Bob. That's nice. I'm not really sure again about how it's rendering. It still looks a bit off. What I'm gonna do is, first of all, let's go to chat page, and I'm gonna add container mix auto. Yeah, not this one actually. This one should be container mx auto. Yeah. And even would say max width XXL, even 5XL, even 4. Yeah, I think it's better. What do you think actually? Does Markdown make any sense here, or JSON would be better? I'm not quite sure here actually. By the way, is chat enabled? Because I see like there's like 41 views, but getting no response from the chat. I'm not sure if I've configured that correctly. Okay. Yeah, maybe JSON would make more sense. I'm not really sure. Still trying to figure it out. You know what, actually? I think I was thinking like in ideal case scenario, like it should list all the users and the clickable table button here. And once I click it, I should be redirected to the table view and I should be able to see the whole table. But that is like now over engineering. Can we do some advanced queries like, let's say, return all return users, one that have C in his in her name. Okay, yeah, the get query works like really well. But the one thing is like the markdown styling, I really don't like it. I probably need to go to this React Markdown thing. I think I already have it, yeah. React Markdown style dark, children. Use custom components, syntax highlight. Custom components. We can try this one. Markdown. For the syntax highlighter, they have this one. And we need to import both. Okay. We need types. Is it failing? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up today. But we have quite a great progress here. So master agent connected with MCP. MCP does all the magic to go into the database, get the data, like no queries at all. It abstracts everything away. Yeah, we connected the Mastra backend to AI SDK from Overcell, which worked amazing out of the box. Yeah, we can see the data here. It's working. By the way, it's like super cheap. I'm using the GPT-4o mini for this one. And by the way, this is very good tip that I've heard quite a while ago, that if you can't achieve something with existing large language models, and if you are waiting for the new language model to achieve that one, most probably you are providing like a very poor query, the prompt actually. So that's true, because like in most cases what you need is that large language model should understand what you are telling it, and like most of them, even the crappier ones, can understand that one. So you can always refine what you are telling it, and you definitely gonna get the very good result. So yeah, I'm always using like a GPT-4o mini, or like even like worse models like dumber models with the less trained data. It's always working. It's mostly working because yeah, probably when you are building an agent should solve the problem that traditional software can. And if traditional software can solve that problem, like, why you need agent there? Here, like, traditional software can't really solve this issue because like it's in English. We need to convert English into SQL queries. So yeah, so it's a great use case. That's why I wanted to work on this one. I'm gonna do the stream tomorrow, maybe a bit earlier. I want to do the authentication. I'm gonna use Supabase. I've actually used Supabase only once before. It seems good. I was happy with that. Before that, I was using the Auth0 and like some Clerk and various different providers. But yeah, I think Supabase is good, especially like I'm gonna try to connect the Supabase database here and try to use agent there, because honestly, like right now, I don't have the clear path like how I'm gonna implement that one. I need to find some good way, because first of all, agent should be able to manage like multiple user databases, and it shouldn't overlap. Also, I should somehow securely store database URLs with such an encryption that even like I don't have access there. So yeah, it will be interesting. Yeah, it was a good stream. I think for 1 hour it was pretty good, like building an agent from scratch, connecting with an MCP, building the like shitty UI, but still, and connecting to the UI, the agent, with the REST API. All right, thanks for watching. If you like the content, you can follow me. I've got actually the newsletter called 10xboost.dev. Actually, what I'm doing is like I've got this 10xboost.dev. I'm building a community who are interested in the AI-powered tools. You can subscribe it from here. Currently, what I'm offering is the kind of the early access seat. It's like $99, pay once, access forever. It's like a lifetime value. I want to build this community where we will be able to build agents, MCPs, like all the stuff around that topics. Even maybe go with the traditional software projects. So it will be kind of the community where like-minded people can join. I will be there always. It will be kind of my full-time job, because currently what I'm doing is like consulting to our various startups. But I want to move into the more community stuff, because I think I've got quite a lot of experience from previous years and want to share that one. And especially in the AI direction, it's like really new. There are a lot of space to research, build, etc. So yeah, just check it out if you're interested. You can just subscribe it. It's free. I'm delivering like weekly updates about the AI, like providing some MCPs. Like today, for example, I've shared like 10 MCP servers that I'm using that basically boost the productivity. Like one is the Cloudflare MCP. You can like literally do everything in a Cloudflare with just typing. Postgres MCP, the Slack MCP. I think there was Docker MCP as well, Stripe MCP, which is you don't need to like go into the Stripe documentation anymore. You can just type like what you want to achieve. It tells you exactly like what you need to do to achieve that one. So yeah, like that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye.